certainly seem that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
What is it, Rinwell? Did you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Is this a ceremony? Yeah. Oh, we're finally going to see what the hell happened.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Is this where the Thorns were born? Or the Thorns holding back the true evil? It wasn't Alphen, it was Nora? Nora?
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions, I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
True.
Let's keep moving.
Maybe Dana's astral energy is trying to... is the only thing stopping
But if it could lead us to
the dark astral energy from actually succeeding. Don't know. And that's why the Renans were using...
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going.
I don't know.
If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
Sorry.
And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
Yep.
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
Okay.
The strength of their intent.
Now what? I'm not doing this.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
The only way is forward.
I just need a little time. Soon, I have to be ready to face anything. I just need a little...
Oh, I can just... Can I teleport there? That's fast 12 points there. I have to go through all this here again. I'll see what I'm getting into. I would like to go get... How much money do I have? All the weapons. I'll just go for it.
Soon, I have to be ready to face anything. I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
This is a test scenario.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
Okay.
For the people of Lenegis, Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How did they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority. Grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was.
Okay.
But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
You telling me I can't go over there? It's equipment for storing human bodies, whether. This area will now be shut down as the project proceeds to the final phase. Showing in the structures, you can see pipes for transporting astral energy sticking out of them. Haven't been used in a long time.
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment.
That's the spears. Yeah.
With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized...
Wait, what is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Yeah, go for it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I found one that was successful.
Alphen.
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
Why are you so shocked?
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA.
Volron or something?
Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told.
Okay.
But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
To get astral energy.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
The Red Woman.
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
But no Renans can see her.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
They wanted astral energy.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But
Volrum's still alive, funny
I've
thing.
got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
Lords. Each crown contest, 5 of the best qualified members of Renan populace are chosen to act as lords, fearing to serve as the next sovereign. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority, as well as one of the 5 elemental realms to administer, and its corresponding master core. They are also assigned an ID crest indicating their designated element. The selection process is based only on astral artistry and physical and mental aptitude. Other variables such as age have no bearing whatsoever. So only the strongest go on to become lords. The position itself does not inherently make an individual any stronger. It should be noted, however, that lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a master core's powers. All Renans must take part in the selection process, and acceptance of the position is mandatory. It is not allowed for those deemed suitable to decline. Furthermore, in the event that an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve in their position, a replacement must be quickly prepared. The following is a report on the second successful case of sovereign test subject experimentation. Volran generation. Okay. Although subject possesses high latent potential and exhibits significant mental instability along with a strong distaste for following orders. As such, the risk it possesses surpass even those of the last successful subject, itself a failure, and is therefore under consideration for disposal. And this is the first successful case in 300 years. Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to established control protocols. Subject is to be evaluated under the assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and will be dispatched to Dana under the guise of serving as a lord. Okay. Master cores. Cores are instruments for power containing astral energy that belongs to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these master cores, those with earth, water, fire, wind, and light, are loaned to Renan lords. Only the dark master cores remained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Renus Alma is ready to be reformed. Existence kept to top secret. Underneath the master core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purposes of astral energy containment and stabilization. Astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of their tenure, each lord competes in a crown contest to master a allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each lord may be allowed to withdraw from the respective stock of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their own individual strength. Design flaws have been discovered in how the Renus Alma materializes. Be advised that active mass cores may resonate with other mass cores located in the close proximity and become unstable. Due to successful regeneration of the Renus Alma, mass cores will cease to be deployed and the crown contest will be permanently halted. Our end terminal is used for the collection of astral energy. Subject to establish connections throughout its body. Connections are used in mass astral energy generated from physical activity, which is then emitted from the host body itself. Because the emitted energy is prone to diffuse, the host must be placed within the range of a spirit vessel for the energy to be collected. Employed to harvest astral energy for the purpose of the contest. It is advised that spirit cores be retrieved from the host bodies and reused upon their death. Being embedded in Zoogles to control them via astral arts. The host body tends to produce increased astral energy emissions. Of the ideal workload to impose on host bodies without inducing death for maximum astral yields is still pending. Okay. Then I guess converter that primarily converts the elemental consumption of Dana's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Activation and control of astral energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign Maiden and Renus Alma within the central core of Lennius. As a compromise of classified and essential personnel within zones, along with the defensive layer surrounding them. Third layer is deployed upon activation, unlocking the central conduit, and while simultaneously functioning as a stabilizer. Cause damage to residential zones. Because that only takes place during the final stage of spirit challenge someone, no contingency plan to address said damage is needed. Serves as a central base of operations. So they knew it would cause damage to their people. We immediately massive spirit vessel placed on them, from which it separates. 2 sets of then just went around. Semi-autonomously only